Hi all, hope you are doing well. Today, in this video session, I thought to discuss with you the chapters of CA Final Auditing. The chapters of CA Final Auditing. The overview of the chapters. What all are the chapters as per the ICI material as well as its respective weightage. If you are a student which you have already completed your auditing studies and is in the process of revision, this video may help you to identify all the chapters and its respective weightage so that you can give emphasis for those chapters while revising. And if you are a student who's yet to start with auditing subject in the final level, for those students, you will get an overall idea about what are the chapters and its respective weightage. And before I go on to the video as such, a small disclaimer. These chapters are from the new syllabus material of CA Final Auditing. So, for old syllabus students, in the end of this video, towards the end, I will add what are those extra chapters which is there as per the old syllabus and what are those chapters which they need not refer, which is there in the new syllabus. Okay, so shall we start? Yes. These are the chapters which are there in the ICI study material of CA Final Auditing. If you see, you have totally 18 chapters. So I'll be analyzing it chapter wise along with its weightage. Chapter 1. It is regarding the auditing standard, statements and guidance note. I think you are aware, totally in the CA final auditing, you have to study 36 standards. 36 standards, which is 35 standards on auditing, essay, and 1 SQC. So 35 essay plus 1 SQC. Totally you have 36 standards. But if you refer chapter 1 of the study material, it gives only a brief of each standard because of two things. One, they have issued a separate material called as the auditing pronouncement. Yes, you are right, that big book. Yes, auditing pronouncements. And secondly, the essays are shattered in various other chapters. Okay, so chapter 1 gives you the overview of those 36 standards which you have to study. Coming to the chapter 2, as the name says, planning, strategy, execution. Actually, I can edit it and say audit planning, strategy, programming, and education. Actually, audit program is also covered in that chapter. So if you see, this chapter mainly covers again standards on auditing essay 300. Also in this chapter, certain other standards are covered like essay 600, essay 610, essay 620. Why? While doing the planning or while forming the strategy, you have to use the work of others. Using the work of others is covered under 600 series. Also, there is essay 540 and reference of essay 520. So, to keep it short, the chapter 2 also, like chapter 1, deals with auditing standards, which is essay. Moving on to the third chapter, which is risk assessment and internal control. Again, as the name suggests, risk assessment and internal control, which is again your Standards on Auditing, which is SA 315 and SA 330, along with those basic concepts of internal control. So again, the chapter number 3 is hugely comprising of standards on auditing, which is again essays. So chapter number 1 is standards, chapter number 2 is also standards, and chapter number 3 is also standards. Moving on to chapter number 4. This is a newcomer chapter for new syllabus. Okay. Special aspects of auditing in an automated environment. Yes, it is something related to ERP, computer-based accounting. Here, if you see in this chapter, again there is risk assessment, further audit procedures, all those. To an extent, this chapter also covers certain aspects of essays. Okay, so again, I'm putting this chapter in the heading Standards on Auditing. Moving on to the 6th chapter. I've not left 5th chapter, I've just jumped to the 6th chapter, which says about the audit reports. Audit reports is essay 700, 701, 705, 706, 710 and 720. So again, this chapter is a standards on auditing itself. So chapter number 6 is also deals with essays. So till now, whatever portion we have covered, chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, all these are essays. So the first slot I'm just putting as standards on auditing. Okay. And now, moving on to the weightage of these chapters. I'm repeating chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, which is majority are essays. If you see the weightage of these 5 chapters together, it comes to 25 to 40%. All these are highly related to standards on auditing. Okay. So, moving back again to the chapter list. Now, going on to the chapter number 5, which is audit of companies. Yeah, you are right. It covers section 123, which is dividend, to 148, which is relating to cost audit. So chapter number 5 is audit of companies, or I can shortly put it as company audit, something related to a Companies Act 2013. Then you have chapter number 7, which is again dealing with some aspects of company, audit committee and corporate governance. Okay. Again, this audit committee is a portion which comes under the Companies Act. So this chapter also I'm grouping under company audit. Chapter number 8, which deals with audit of CFS, which is consolidated financial statements. If you remember section 129 of Companies Act, financial statements makes it mandatory to prepare CFS. So again, this chapter is related to Companies Act. So it's again some kind of company audit. Moving on to chapter number 14, which is liabilities of auditor. If you see in this chapter, they say what are the liabilities of auditor under Companies Act, civil liability, criminal liability, etc. Yes, of course, there are some other portions also. But majority of this chapter, I mean chapter number 14, relating to liabilities of auditor, is again Companies Act, major portion. So I'm again grouping this as company audit, meaning something related to Companies Act. Now if you see chapter number 5, chapter 7, 8 and 14, it's relating to Companies Act, company audit. Now, moving on to the weightage of this portion, companies audit, that is chapter number 5, 7, 8 and 14. It says 15 to 20%, which covers chapter number 5, 7, 8 and 14, which relates to companies. Okay. Again, going back to the chapter wise, now taking chapter number 9. Chapter number 9, which deals with audit of bank. Chapter number 10, bank. Now coming to the insurance company audit. After insurance company, chapter number 11, moving on to audit of non-banking financial companies. We call it as NBFCs. And chapter number 12, dealing with audit under physical laws. Yes, it is one of the important chapter. Like it has GST audit, tax audit, audit of charitable institution, etc. Now, these chapters, that is chapter 9, 10, 11, 12, okay, we can group it as, say, other audits. Other audits, I'll put it as part 1. All these important entities, bank, insurance, NBFC, and the most important of that is audit under physical laws. Okay. Now, moving on to the weightage of these chapters, which I just grouped as other audits 1, that is chapter 9, 10, 11, 12. Moving on to the weightage, we see 15 to 30%. In that, most frequently and almost in every exam they have asked audit under fiscal laws. Okay, so this we have grouped it as other audits, part 1, which is your chapter number 9, bank, 10, insurance, 11, NBFCs, and 12, fiscal laws. Again, going back to the portions, chapter wise, you have chapter number 13, dealing with audit of PSUs, public sector undertakings. Yes, it is again an other audit chapter. Chapter number 15, dealing with internal audit, management audit, operational audit. Chapter number 16, dealing with due diligence, investigation, forensic audit. It is one of the new emerging areas. And chapter number 17, dealing with peer review, quality review. Okay. So these 4 chapters, I mean chapter number 13, 15, 16, 17, I'm grouping it as other audits, part 2. Okay. Relatively less important than the first group, which was NBFC, physical law, bank, insurance. Okay. So this other audits part 2, which we just said, contains chapter number 13, 15, 16, 17. And if you see the weightage of this area, it comes to 10 to 20%. are other audits. Okay, part 2, comprising of these 4 chapters. Okay, which is 13th, 15th, 16th, and 17th chapter. Okay, now moving on to the last portion, which is our main topic, which is professional ethics. If you see, for every attempt, there is around 10 to 15 marks question from this particular chapter, ethics, and it is therefore each attempt of the CA final exam. So, the last part, I will group it as professional ethics, okay, which is your chapter number 18. And if you see the weightage, 10 to 15% is the weightage, which is your chapter number 18, deals with professional ethics. Now, if you ask me, like, which all chapters are more frequently asked, or which all chapters are asked for almost every attempt, we can't generalize, but still, the main important chapters are: 1. Company audit, the entire chapters; 2nd, standards on auditing; 3rd, ethics. So, I told 3 portions, which was essay, company audit, ethics. Then, from this other audits, if you ask me what all chapters are almost asked for every attempt, I would say it is fiscal loss, okay, Bangor insurance are asked, then NBFC, then less frequently PSU management audit, like that. Okay, so I hope you understood what are the basic chapters, its name, and what are its weightage for your exams. Now I'll take you towards November 2019, the last attempt. November 2019 question paper, the weightage chapter wise. No, I'm not going to tell you chapter wise weightage of all these 18 chapters. No, I'm going to tell you the weightage in the classification in which we divided. Okay? Yeah. So this is November 2019 attempt. This is new syllabus and this is old syllabus respectively. Like, we divided into 5 parts, almost same 5 parts except one. Okay. And when I'm discussing this, this is out of, if you total, you'll get out of 84, because MCQ part I've not covered. How did I get 84? 70 mark is descriptive, one extra question is there. So approximately 84 or 85, something like that would come with that option. So the first slot was standards on auditing. Yes, it has been asked for 28, 25 marks for the new and old syllabus. Company audit, audit report, all those things, including your Ind AS, around 20 and 14. Ethics, the related portion, they have maintained a standard of about 10, 14 and 12. Here I have made a little correction. The other topics altogether I have mixed, except the bank audit. It is around 17 and the old it is 28. Mind you, this is not out of 100. MCQ we have not covered in this particular table. Okay. So I think you can reflect the same to the other table which we saw, which was regarding the weightage. Okay. And one more last thing which I wanted to show is The question paper, the descriptive part, the descriptive part of CA Final November 2019. The descriptive part of CA Final November 2019. Okay. Question wise, which all chapters were covered? Just to give you an idea of the chapters and its weightage. And I think you are aware, question number 1 is compulsory. And from the remaining, you have an option. So from the remaining 5, you have to answer any 4. So you can take a look at this. The first question, this is new syllabus, CA final new syllabus, number 19. The first question is, see, every question has been asked from standards, your standards on auditing. Yes, of course, from different standards. One is 500 series, one is 700 series, another is 200s. And then moving on to the second question. Yes, you have company audit, you have ethics, and one of the basic chapter. Third question. Again, you have company audit, essays, and other audit chapter. And question number 4, it's a full-fledged question which deals with all other audits. Then again, question number 5, professional ethics, company audit, and with essay. And last question, you have company audit, professional ethics, and another other audit portion. Now, if you had observed one thing, okay, company audit questions are there for the exam. Professional ethics questions are also there for exam. But this is distributed in different questions. Like, if I study professional ethics well, I can't get a full question of professional ethics. Earlier attempts it was like that. Now they have distributed ethics. Yes, 10 to 15 marks will be there, but it will be in different questions. Say for example, in this professional ethics, one question is here, another question is here, another question is here, plus in the MCQ. Similar is the case with the company audit. Okay. So this is the new syllabus CA final November 2000 attempt, November 2019 attempt question paper. So from this, I hope you got a small idea about the chapters and its weightage. So I always recommend you to study the chapters according to its weightage. You shouldn't leave any area with respect to company audits, professional ethics, and each standard out of those 36 standard. As you just saw, one of the question asked was from Essay 200 series, which is a basic series. And even if you do with the other audit chapters, actually the other audit portions are more simple and questions asked with respect to those areas. I mean other topics. The other audits are more direct questions. So there also you can have a mixture. So this is for the CA final new syllabus. Now moving on to CA final old syllabus. Yes, all these chapters which we just saw remains the same. Two differences are there. For the CA final old syllabus, okay, old syllabus, you have 4 more additional portion. 4 more additional portion. One is audit of cooperative society. You have audit of cooperative society. Then you have a very small chapter called as the cost audit. We have a very small chapter which is called as the cost audit. Third, you have to study another small act called as the SOX Act, Sarbanes-Oxley Act. And finally, you have the CIS audit, Computerized Information Systems Audit. So these are the additions in old syllabus CA final. Yes, of course. Don't worry, you also have some deletions. Your deletions are, instead of CIS audit, for the new syllabus it is audit in automated environment. For the new syllabus, automated, old syllabus it is CIS audit. Then, you don't have to study a area called as the quality review. Of course, peer reviews are common for both new and old. Quality reviews not there for the CA final old syllabus. Then, another area, forensic audit. It's the continuation of investigation due diligence chapter. You have to study investigation due diligence, but not the forensic audit. And finally, in the insurance company audit chapter, audit of insurance company, you have to study only general insurance. I mean, you don't have to study life insurance. Yeah, so it's balanced. You have 4 chapters extra and 4 chapters are deleted. So, likewise, I showed for the old syllabus question paper split. This is the split for old syllabus, November 2019 exam. Pardon me, first I showed the new syllabus, November 19 exam, now showing the old syllabus. Again, questions are there from company audit, yes, professional ethics, one full question dedicated to other audits. Again, compulsory question, there you can see the glances of 2 questions from standards. Again, standards are here. So again, it shows the weightage of that particular portion. Okay. So with that, I come to the end of this particular video. If you have any further queries or doubts relating to auditing subject, you can WhatsApp me or you can mail me to this given Gmail. Thank you. Stay safe.